What's going on, guys? My name is Yannik Nash, and in today's video I'm gonna show you my current abs routine and will teach you how you can get a six-pack yourself from training at home. This workout is perfect for you if you don't have access to a gym but you still want to train from at home. And as regards efficiency, I would say it's equally effective to train your abs at home as it would be to train them in a studio. Now I just want to clear some myth about abs training and abs in general up before we get into the actual abs routine. So first of all, technically every human being has ab muscles. The only problem is that they are usually covered under a layer of body fat and are not visible to us. Now you really have to understand that you can do thousands of sets of crunches, sit-ups and so on, as long as you won't shred the body fat, which is above your abdominals. You won't be able to see them properly. And this is the reason why it's so important to keep your nutrition in check. If we put ourselves in an energy deficit, which means that we consume less calories than we burn, also known as a caloric deficit, we burn fat and reveal those abs under the fat by simply shredding it away. This is really important to notice, guys, because only a combination of good nutrition and good training will give you the results you crave. Vice versa, it's important to know that we can also build our abs and make them appear more blocky. We can do that by putting ourselves in a caloric surplus, which means that we consume more energy than we burn, and this makes it possible to build muscle and make your abs more blocky and more visible even with higher body fat. It's really cool to notice that they remain visible even with a higher body fat, because this is a motivation for me to train abs, because when I'm bulking I still want them to be visible and not to vanish over the course of the bulk. For the exercises we do, it's really important to focus on getting stronger at them over time. This means that we try over time to increase the number of repetitions we do, so we try to put some more reps on every time, or we increase the rate or the resistance of the exercises and by that make it even harder. By making improvements at those exercises over time, we signalize our body that we need to build more muscle, which means they look better and just are more aesthetic in general. Last reason to know, a stronger core and stronger abs means you're also much stronger in your other exercises you're performing. So when you perform your compound lifts like the bench press or deadlifts or squats, you're also much likely to be stronger because your core is just more stable, which in my opinion is a great motivation to train your abs individually. Also, a tight core means that you're actually in better posture over the course of your everyday life, and by that are less likely to get injured and just live a pain-free life. So without further ado, let's start with the 3 exercises we're doing. The first exercise we're doing are lying leg raises. A couple of key points here. Position yourself under a bed or another stable object and grab it with your hands behind you. Keep your legs straight with a slight bend. Now crunch your legs up to your torso and in the end roll your hips in to contract the abs to the maximum. When you go down again, try to keep your hips a bit in the air to remain the contraction of your ab muscles. Hanging leg raises are a great way to engage your straight abdominals, and they also focus slightly more on your lower abdominals. But the whole straight ab muscle only can contract as one. It's just a focus point we're putting on here. If you're new to this exercise and are not able to perform it with straight legs, you can also bend your legs a bit more to make it a bit easier. For our lying leg raises, we aim for 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. The second exercise we're doing are side crunches. Side crunches are a great way to work your straight abdominals and also work on your obliques, which give your whole core a really aesthetic look. The obliques are especially engaged here as you crunch from one side to the other. Just lie on your back, keep your back on the floor and your legs bent. Place your hands beside your head and not actually support your head to prevent any neck pain. Now lay your left foot on the opposite knee and then crunch with your right elbow to the left knee. Really feel the abdominals and the obliques contracting as you go up and crunch. Also really try to make the negative portion of the rep slow to really feel the ab muscles. For this exercise we do 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. So the last exercise which we're performing is plank, which is basically a static hold. So it's not an actual movement but a static hold. I would go as far as stating that it's an actual full body movement and not only an abs movement, as your shoulders, arms, lower back, and even your glutes and legs are engaged in this exercise. This is really a stability exercise which gives you a tighter core in your everyday life also, and also works your abdominals as well as your obliques. Couple key points here: your elbows are pushed into your sides by your ribs, your forearms are on the floor, and your toes are tucked under. This means that your body weight actually rests on your forearms and your feet, and your entire body should be in line. Now try to hold the position and squeeze your muscles into your bottom. It's also important to say that your back and your bottom shouldn't be caving in during the exercise. The goal really here is to keep a straight line from heads to heels. I use this exercise as a finisher for my abs training and go for about 2 sets of 60 to 90 seconds. And this is basically my whole abs training. So I do this abs training about 2 to 3 times a week. So I would say you can do it like every 3 days. That's totally enough, because the abs are a muscle group which recover quite fast and stand a lot of volume. So just try to keep it at 2 to 3 times a week. So guys, I'm really hoping you found this video helpful, and yeah, if you have any question, comment down below. And I'm also planning on doing more workout videos, so definitely stay tuned for that, and I see all of you guys in the next video.